to explain why the design of business cards, like the rest of your branding, is far more than using a font or image you just happen to like. Will you please give a warm welcome to Angie Phillips?
Does the quality of your business card represent the quality of your business? Are you embarrassed, or do you have to offer an explanation when you hand your card? Sorry, oh no, that's the wrong contact number. Have a think about it. It's your first opportunity to impress somebody. And as speakers, it's all about you. It's all about what you look like and how you come across to your customer. You want them to contact you after that you've met them. Now, you may laugh, but I used to do quite a few networking meetings back to back, and I would go and do my follow-ups afterwards, and the number of cards that didn't have the name on or what the business actually did. At which point they're binned. That's it. What's the point? I can't remember who you are if your name is not on your card. It's essential to have your name. It's essential to have your contact details that will actually work. It's no good giving them a contact card without the right things on there, including the web addresses. You want your customers to go and see your speaking achievements online or on your website. So you have to invest in a business card. It's no good going to Vistaprint and getting a templated card when your customer, your competitor, will end up with the same design and the same template. You don't want to look like your competitor. So if you don't invest in a decent card, why should anybody invest in you? Cheap cards are flimsy. They waddle about. They're like, you can tell cheap cards, most of you, I'm sure. So think about the weight of your card. Think about the image you've got on it. Is your logo all fuzzy, or is it nice and sharp? Is the picture or the image on it all fuzzy, or have you actually paid a photographer to do a decent profile shot? You have to stand out for the right reason. Don't be that person whose card gets put in the bin straight away. Now, I recommend the weight of your card should be about 400 GSM. Anything heavier than that looks more luxurious, you look much more important. So, standard sizes. People like a little bit bigger cards than normal, so they stand out from everybody else. They get binned. They do not fit in business card holders. And for those of you who've got the tiny, weeny little things, they fall through bags, they fall through pockets. They're at the bottom of my handbag. To make your cards stand out a little bit more, you can pay a bit extra. Here I say pay, you have to pay more money for this. Normal processes are matte lamination. If you want to write on your card, don't have it matte laminated. Don't have it laminated at all. However, there's gloss lamination, which is a bit flashy. I haven't actually done any gloss lamination because it's not really that nice. Velvet touch lamination, you've got that really nice, sexy feel. If you want to know what it feels like, go and find one of my cards. Spot UV. Now, this is overused. People spot UV everything. It's a varnish that works really subtly on your logo or an image, but not everything. Don't spot UV everything, because it looks, again, a little bit crass. If you really want to pay money, you have foil, nice coloured gold or silver. This looks fantastic on a nice textured heavyweight card. And then there's embossing, so you have that pressed out, that raised feel on your business card. You can have cutouts. We've all seen the pigs. We've all seen the minis. They're only cost effective if you're printing millions. But they do make you look good, and it makes a difference in somebody's pocket. You can have coloured edges. That's expensive as well. They spray the sides of the cards any colour that you want. And then you can have textured cards and sandwich cards. So the coloured centres, there's a coloured centre and then two pieces of whiteboard in between. They look great. They're really nice. And believe it or not, you can have them scented. So you can waft your way across the room. I haven't actually smelt them yet. I'll keep asking for samples. The other option is to have a folded business card. You can have a 3-fold, therefore you get a 6-page business card. It's for all those people who want to say too much. Looking at the expense of those, I can offer you a postcard and a leaflet for the same price. So think about that. You get 2 for the price of 1. Okay, here's a few recommendations for your business cards. Use both sides. Don't have a blank side unless you've got appointment dates underneath. Please use both sides. You're missing an opportunity to put all your information on it. Make sure your text is nicely balanced. Make sure it doesn't fall off the edges. You need to use margins. That's at least 3 to 5 mil before they cut it off. The number of cards I've seen where half of the address is off the page, it's not helpful. You need to put in what you do, what you speak about. Because when that person's gone away and had a couple of beers in the pub afterwards, they're not going to remember what your favourite subject is. It does help to actually say what you do and how you help people. Contact telephone number, I will say it again just in case anyone's missed it. And your mobile is quite useful if you're not at home. So remember to spell everything right. Oh yes, sorry, your email address, very important. Please don't have a Google Mail email or a Hotmail. 50% of the people on LinkedIn will not touch you because they think you're a hobbyist. Believe me, I've written a long post and had lots and lots of nasty comments. So please get an email that relates to your business and relates to your website. It doesn't cost a lot more and you look far, far more professional. Your social media should be on there. If you've got a Facebook page, you should be on LinkedIn. Most people will find you under your own name on LinkedIn. I don't think you need to have the long URL that goes LinkedIn, It takes up a lot of room on your business card and people won't actually type that in. So think about where you want to be found. That's the details you need to put on your card. The card must be designed within your branding guidelines. If you don't have any branding guidelines, you do need to come and see me. So you want the right colours, the right fonts. You want readable fonts. Don't use a script face and capitalise it. It looks ridiculous. Sorry, but it does. I once saw a card that had all his bullet points in the Spot UV varnish. And I said, why have you done that? He went, oh, people will stop and look and they'll read it. I didn't, I threw it away, I couldn't be bothered. It's really hard to read in the right light, so you end up doing this. So, don't cram information on, it's not a brochure. If you make it too small and still need a magnifying glass, people won't read it. No one reads too much information on a business card. So use bullet points with your main topics, your main points you want to get across, and a strap line, because a strap line will tell them more about your business. It will add to the information on your card. As far as images go, for speakers, I would really recommend it. People want to see what you look like. They might book you because of what you look like. They might not. But it's a good way to remind people of who they're getting to speak to them, and if they pass it on, again, it's you. It's reminding them who you are and what you do. So, you want to create the right perception for the person you meet. You want to be the person that they want to book. If you've got two businesses, use the two sides, one for each business. Or push the boat out and have two cards. It's really useful. Take a look at your card now. Are you happy with how it represents you? Are the details wrong? Is it still relevant? Can you read it? Is it boring? Is it too flimsy? Do you like it? That's the main thing. Consider your budget. You can spend a fortune on your business cards. You can have it foiled, embossed, painted, sprayed, whatever. If it's cost you so much money you don't want to give them out, you're defeating the object. So just remember, if you haven't made the right impression face to face, they're not likely to want to contact you anyway.
Thank you very much.